Hey guys, my name is Kaila Kake and welcome to my channel. So today your girl got a new hairstyle. Like, your girl got some braids, and guess what? I did it myself, and guess what? I'm here to teach you how I did it, so I got you, sis. So yeah, I basically attempted some knotless braids. Now yes, this was my first time doing it, but with me doing it myself for the first time, I kind of learned like what to do and what not to do so that I'm able to still kind of like show y'all how I did it. I opted for knotless braids because I really didn't want like the big, you know, like the big knot there, and I knew I wanted like bigger jumbo braids because I don't want to be taking out 110 braids out this big old head. I got a lot of hair, okay? So yeah, that's why I opted for knotless braids, and it's basically like you're feeding in the hair. You guys are gonna see in the video, but it just doesn't allow for that like big old knot there, and it's like flat, and it basically kind of looks a little bit more natural. Let me take it down so you guys can see. So I don't have a lot of braids, and that's because of the style that I was going for. So I know it's not a lot of braids, but that's the style I was going for. So as you can see, it literally looks like it's your hair, and then it just goes all the way down. So it's a little frizzy, but you know, y'all know it was my first time, so cut me some slack, okay? Just cut me some slack. But yeah, this is how they look down. I basically got this style to wear it up really, but next time I am going to do more braids so that I can wear it down, because of course when you wear it down it does look a little thin. I mean, it's kind of cute and like editorial, but I still would want like more braids if I was going to wear it down. So yeah, I've just been wearing it up in a ponytail or a bun, and I just like how it looks, especially because I did make a few mistakes, so it kind of just hides my mistakes, so you know. But let's get into the hair that I use. So guys, a company that I have known for so long, like it's so nostalgic to my childhood, Janet Collection. Okay, they reached out to me and I was like, there's no way, like there is no way. I swear to God, like my sister used to wear their hair all the time. Like I just saw their hair all the time in the beauty supply store. Like I'm always in a beauty supply store, so I always see them around, you know. So it's really cool when a brand reaches out to you that you just know their product, and you know, you're just around it all the time, especially when I was younger. So they reached out to me and they wanted me to try their easy braid hair. So this is what it looks like, and I was like, heck yeah, because I'm always itching to change up my style, and braids is something that I haven't had in a very long time. So I was like, let's do it. So this is the hair that they sent me. They sent me the color 27 and they sent me the color 30. So of course the one that I used was 27. I was actually going to use 30 because I thought it was a little bit more brown, but it came out a little bit more red. So I just ended up sticking with the 27, and it worked out so good. I actually really like how I have like this ombre look. It just, I did that. Okay, well, Janet Collection did that. How about that? So yeah, in this pack you get 3, and I actually used 1 whole pack for like this style. I didn't even use 2. I didn't need to. It actually is a lot of hair, and it's already, the thing I liked about this is already like stretched and feathered out, so you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all the extra work and make sure your ends aren't super blunt. It already comes like that. Like, what? Another thing that got me was that it's itch free, because I have a very itchy scalp, like a very itchy scalp. Although the hair is actually not like, you know, touching my scalp or anything like a regular box braid would be, I do appreciate that it's anti-itch, and you can actually tell when you open this up, the hair is actually super soft. It's not as rough as other braiding hairs that I've, you know, dealt with or anything like that. It's very soft, so it, even like just rubbing against my back or anything, it doesn't itch. It's not rough or anything. I really like this hair, so it's really cool. And yeah, so shout out to Janet Collection. They literally came through with this. I think if you do get braiding hair, get this. If you have problems with like itchy scalp and all that type of stuff, especially if you're going to keep your braids in for a long time, this says antibacterial, antifungal. They got you, sis. They got you. So without further ado, let's get into how I did these knotless braids. All right, so I'm just starting out with my hair freshly washed, just so my scalp is looking nice and clean, because of course, oh, get it, girl. Hey, anyways, so I'm just starting out with my hair washed, and honestly, by this clip right here, my hair is like completely dry because it took me forever to really get grasp the idea of a knotless braid. Like, I tried it so many different times. It was just, I was so frustrated by this time. So, but I stuck it out, and I'm basically just parting my hair. I'm doing all my parts first, all of my sections first, so that the braiding goes by a lot quicker, because I don't know, I just felt like that was the right thing to do. And I saw a lot of other people parting their hair first when it comes to like box braids and all that. So yeah, I'm also using my finger to help me with the back, just to get like a general idea, and then I'll go back and perfect it with my comb. One thing I will say is that I probably should have done a lot more sections than I did. So in the back, you'll see me split it into 2, but I honestly split it into 3, like by the time I got back there to braid it. And then especially for the crown of my head, since it's the thickest, I should have separated that into more sections as well. So the back of my head is a lot thicker than the front, so I was able to do 4 sections in the front, but I should have did way more in the back. So yeah, like I said, just using my finger to kind of help me, and then the comb to perfect it. So yeah, basically this voiceover is to kind of help you guys, well, show you guys what I did wrong, and then what I should have done. So hopefully the voiceover is helpful and you kind of learn from what I'm saying now, because you know, it took me a while to really understand what I should have did. And so yeah, I'm just trying to help you guys out by telling you guys what I should have did, what I did wrong, etc., etc., so you guys can learn from my mistakes. So I'm just trying to get my front parts like super perfect, because I feel like that's the part that everybody's going to see. So I'm taking this edge control and I'm putting it all around the perimeter of the section that I'm going to be braiding down. And then I'm just going to brush that in, just so it's not like clumpy and nasty, because if you don't brush your edge control in when it dries, sis, it's going to look disgusting. So just make sure after you do this, you brush it in. So in a second, I'm going to start braiding, but basically what I did, which I didn't do on the other side, so I'm glad I caught it and actually can show you on camera. So I take a piece that goes vertically, and then the other 2 I part going horizontally. So the front piece, like I said, part it vertically, so that when you start braiding, the front of your hair is very, very slick, and you guys will see in a second. Like if you part it horizontally, you're going to be able to see like that part when you start braiding and stuff. So as you can see right here, like the front of my hair is super slick, and it just looks a lot cleaner. So yeah, if you don't know how to braid, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. I don't really know how to teach you how to braid. I kind of just taught myself. So yeah, I'm just taking 4 pieces this size of the easy braid. And so here's the part that's important on how to feed it in. So basically, I'm going to show you guys a close-up later, but basically there's hair between your thumb and your pointer, and there's hair between your pointer and your middle finger. And then there's hair draped over your middle finger. So what you want to do is place the hair in between your pointer and your middle finger, and then drape the hair over your middle finger and kind of braid just like nothing really happened. So that's how I psyched myself out, and how my feed in became successful is that I just continue to braid like nothing really happened. And then I'm going to keep braiding until the piece of hair that doesn't have any hair in it lands on top. And that's when I know to feed my other piece of hair in. So I'm just putting that in between my pointer and my middle finger, draping it over, and joining that with the hair that doesn't have any extension in it. And I just, like I said, braid like nothing happened. So you got to kind of like do it to really understand. But I hope that my explaining helps just a little bit. So honestly, I just kept braiding until I felt like the braid was getting a little thinner, and then I would just feed in another piece. And I just do the same thing, put the hair in between my pointer, my middle finger, drape it over my middle finger, and just continue to braid. And also a key to this is braid very, very tight, or else it's gonna be like lumpy and all that. So you don't want a lumpy braid, and that's why I feed it in when the piece of hair is, you know, like the piece of hair that doesn't have an extension. That's when it gets on the top, that's when I feed the other piece of hair in, because that way each section, like of course a braid has 3 sections, each section has the same amount of hair, so that your braid is not uneven and it just kind of like looks uniform. Does that make sense? I hope so. So yeah, I'm braiding all the way to the bottom, and don't worry, I'm gonna finish off the bottoms when I get to the end. So here's a little speeded up section of me braiding. And like I said, make sure you braid super tight. One thing I do think that I should have done was feed it in literally right here, like, you know what I mean? So right as soon as you start braiding, start feeding in, and that kind of would have made my braids a little bigger, a little thicker and sturdier. So yeah, here's a slow-mo. There's hair between my thumb and my pointer, hair between my pointer and my middle, and then this hair is draped over my middle finger. So what I'm gonna do once again is put that hair between my pointer and my middle finger. Then I'm gonna drape it over my middle finger and join it with the hair that was over my middle finger, and then just keep braiding. So as you can see, I'm just braiding until that hair, the piece of hair that doesn't have any extension, it lands on top. As you can see, the other 2 sections have the extension. So now I'm just going to feed in another piece. And sorry, my camera just was getting so out of focus. I tried to edit around it, but it was kind of hard. But yeah, you basically just braid like nothing happened. I'm going to show you guys another angle. So yeah, like I said, I honestly should have taken way smaller sections and also fed the hair in way earlier than I did. So just take that from me and learn from me. I would definitely do this over again. So let me know if you guys are interested in like an updated version or whatever. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job and it looked pretty natural. You guys are gonna see, like, it literally looks like it's just, I have, you know, ombre hair. So as you can see, it just looked more natural, not that big old knot like a regular box braid would have. And now I'm just going to put some mousse to kind of like let everything set in. Then I'm going to tie my edges down, and then I'm going to finish off the ends. So what I'm going to do with the ends, you guys are going to see, but I'm just going to finish braiding them. Basically braid until you can't braid anymore. And then I actually burn my ends. You can dip them in hot water, but it was like 3 a.m. and I did not want to go to the kitchen and start boiling water, moving pots around. Okay, so I just burnt them and then I dipped them later on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. I hope you guys actually want to try it too, because I feel like knotless braids, especially when you do more jumbo type of braids, they just look more natural. Because you got to think, with the box braids, they have knots, so of course the smaller ones look a little bit more natural, but when you do jumbo braids, you don't want a big knot there. So I think doing more jumbo braids in a knotless technique is like just way better, and it just looks better to me. So definitely, if you guys have any tips or tricks or anything that you guys want me to try next time I do them, definitely let me know down in the comments. I would be super appreciative to know how to perfect this style. And yeah, if you guys know any like YouTube channels or anything that people are doing knotless braids on, send them my way, girl, so then next time I do them, I can really be like a beast. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I did it myself. I really feel accomplished, and I'm like 100% more times like satisfied than if I would have went to someone else, because I felt like I wouldn't even have learned anything. So I'm just glad that Janet Collection reached out to me so that I could actually take, you know, the thing that they sent me and learn something from it. So without further ado, that's pretty much the end of this video. Definitely check out Janet Collection. They have a bunch. Like, if you go into your beauty supply store, you're going to see them all over the place, trust me. So you can't miss it. But definitely try out this braiding hair, because like I said, it's very, very easy to work with. It's soft and the ends are already feathered for you. Like, what y'all doing? Go get you some Janet Collection easy braid, period. Yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video.